Hey everyone, welcome back to Shade Review. In today's video, we're going to be showing you how to quickly swap out the temple tips on your pair of Ray-Ban aviator sunglasses, but this will also work with the Caravan, the round, the hexagonal, or basically any pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses with these plastic ear rests. So here on my folding Ray-Ban aviator, we can see they kind of have some corrosion in green and just some kind of gross stuff here in between the temple tips and the plastic here of the ear rests. So we're going to pull these off and actually clean them up and then put on new ones. Alright, so the first step here is to buy an authentic pair of OEM temple tips, and we sell these on our website for only $14.99 plus free fast shipping, which is a really good deal. So I'm going to leave a link in the description down below directly to our website where you can actually buy a pair for yourself. But if you don't buy from us, just make sure you have this little Luxottica sticker here, which proves that you're buying an authentic pair. There's a ton of aftermarket options which sell for around $8 in free shipping. However, those are much harder to work with, and I again only recommend buying an authentic pair of ear rests for your frames. So the next thing you're going to want is a pair of gloves or something, because the frames are definitely going to get hot. And then you want a heat gun or maybe even a hair dryer if you have one sitting around. Now if you don't have a heat gun or hair dryer, I definitely recommend putting them in warm water, because basically you're just trying to warm up the metal and warm up the plastic ear rests. Now the last thing I would mention here is do this at your own risk. If you burn yourself or if you break your frame, something like that, don't blame me. This is for educational purposes only. Now I am doing a voiceover here, that way you don't have to listen to the loud heat gun, but the heat gun is on and I'm just trying to move the air around, that way I'm not sitting in one place. Sitting in one place for a long time can actually melt the plastic. Ideally here we're looking for a low heat for a longer time versus a high heat at a shorter time, because if you use a high heat for a short time, again you can melt the ear rest, and even if you're throwing the old ear rest away, you really want to avoid that because it can make it really pain trying to take them off if you did in fact melt the plastic. I recommend applying heat to the ear rest, whether that's water or heat, for about 15 seconds, and then seeing how malleable the frames are, how easy to bend they are, and then if they are very stiff, I'd recommend giving it another 15 seconds. Now I did this one for about 30 seconds on a low heat, and the frames are definitely very malleable now, so we can actually bend them out and flatten the temples here. The flatter the temples are, the easier they are to slide off. Once we have them nice and flat, we're just going to apply pressure and try to slide it off. Now keep in mind the frames are still going to be very warm, so you want to use gloves or something to kind of protect your hands. And the reason I have the glove off on the left hand is because I was using the touchscreen on my camera. I definitely recommend nice, thick, heavy gloves. But basically the technique I use is I kind of take my nail on the front of the ear rest and just kind of slide it off, and it comes off very easily every single time. And here we can see a close-up of the frames, and they are very, very gross here underneath the ear rest over years of time and sweat and stuff kind of getting underneath the ear rest and on the metal. So we're just going to take a glove and kind of try to scrape it off. And just try to take off as much as you possibly can. I also do recommend cleaning these with a eyeglass cleaner that you'd use for the lens. Just simply spray it here on the temple tips and then give it a quick little clean, and it's going to make a big difference as far as looks go and also as far as ease of use of putting on the new ear rests. So here we can see it's not perfect, but it looks a lot better, and all that ugly green material is all gone. So now just grab the replacement ear rest, and you want the smooth side to be the one, of course, that touches the ear. And you want to do this with the frames pretty cool. You don't want them to be too hot, otherwise, again, it can kind of melt the plastic. So slide the ear rest on until you bottom them out here at the end of the plastic, and then simply apply heat for another 15 seconds. That way the temples become bendable again. So just apply a little bit of heat here, and then bend the ear rest to shape. Now, of course, repeat the process for the other temple tip, and then just like that, you have a brand new pair of ear rests on your pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses, and they're going to feel really good, and they're going to look a lot better as well. Here we can see they look really nice. They don't look green anymore. They don't look perfect because, again, they are old, and they did have a little bit of tarnish on them. And by simply changing out the ear rests, these frames look brand new, and they're ready to go for another 5+ years. Well, that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, make sure to give us a big thumbs up down below. That really helps with the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video.